Hello, welcome to It's Another Watch. In this video, I'm going to do an unboxing and first impressions of a watch that I've had my eye on for a little while now, Seiko's SNK366K1. It's a 37mm gold Seiko 5 with a 7S26C movement. It's sort of like in that date just category in terms of size and design, so I fancied one. So I bought one on eBay for £130 and I'm going to unbox it and give my first impressions on it. So let's get into this box. Wow, I've never seen that before. What an interesting way of padding out a package. There we are. A Seiko box within a Seiko box. Gosh, that is a small box, isn't it? That's nice though. I do like Seiko's packaging on their boxes. Of course, we've got the European guarantee and instructions. So, oh, look at that. That's nice. Let's get that out of there. Let's get this out. Nice packaging, these Seiko boxes. Simple, but a pleasant unboxing experience. So, let's, what does that say? Try me on. If you remove this tag, you cannot return me. Oh dear. Well, I don't think I'll be returning this. Let's make sure that it's working. Yeah, okay, good, it is. Because this is a 7S26, so got to do the Seiko shuffle with this one. Well, I'm going to remove this carefully, just in case. And now that's not damaged at all. Yeah, even that, I quite like this. And that is the SNK366K1. That is beautiful. Obviously, rolled links rather than solid links. Very cheap bracelet on this, but I could probably replace it as long as I used a replacement with hollow end links. Still, that's not terrible. That looks quite nice. Regardless, it's so we've got the different languages on the date wheel, the blue Saturday and red Sunday. For the time being, I'll just leave that at 10 and 2. That is a beautiful dial, isn't it? Ideally, I'd prefer that to just say Seiko without the Seiko 5, but even still, that's a beautiful little watch. And that was 130 quid. I'd say it's probably a bit overpriced at 130 quid. I'd say this is probably more in the realm of 90 quid, maybe 80. But I did get it 10 quid cheaper than it was on Amazon, because I got it on eBay, so there's a plus, I suppose. Yeah, that is. You've got the display case back there showing off that 7S26. So it's no hacking, no hand winding, but still pretty nice movement. And it's always an option to upgrade it to an NH36 in the future. That is beautiful. Yeah, I love the sunburst effect on the dial. If we really zoom in, I really like the Seiko 5 texturing patterned across the whole dial. That's a really nice touch. Look at that. I like the finishing on the case as well. Got the brushing and polishing. Polished sides. It definitely looks more expensive than it is. When you hold it in your hand, you can feel it, you know, it doesn't feel expensive, especially because it's mostly this bracelet that's doing that, but it does look fantastic, I've got to say. That is a really nice looking Seiko. Let's get this bracelet sized up. One. There we are. Just hooks onto these two here. Just onto there, so we'll take this. That. There we are. Just hook those. There, put it in there like that. Very carefully. That's in. There we are. Although the 7S26 is a simplistic movement, and the NH36, these Seiko movements there, it's still nice to look at them. And of course, you have that lovely Seiko etching on there. Still quite nice, even for a budget option. So there it is on my 6-inch wrist. Obviously it's quite a small watch, so small wrists are not going to be a problem for this. Yeah, that, all I can say is that is a really nice looking Seiko 5. Obviously, the cheapest part about this watch is the bracelet. When you hold it, if you can hear this, the bracelet feels quite cheap, and this is a very, very basic clasp. I've bought cheap bracelets for less than £5 that have clasps just like this. Shame, because the stamping of the Seiko 5 logo is done really nicely. So we're looking at about 42 lug tip to lug tip. Gosh, is that really 17? I'm going to say that end link on there is barely 18 millimeters. Just barely. 17.88. The actual end lugs here almost go up to 20, look. So this part here, this is 20 millimeters, and this hollow end lug is 18. So what about the thickness of the watch? 10.4 millimeters. The diameter's just about 37 millimeters. The bracelet tapers down to just under 16 mil, so I assume this clasp 17.73, so it's all basically an 18 millimeter clasp. So there's your measurements. I just think it's nice. I think it's not bad. I do think it's a bit overpriced at 140. I think they should sell this for about £80. It's a shame they don't use the 4R36 in all of these with the hacking and hand winding. I think that would be nice on this, but even still, 7S26, decent workhorse movement. It's gonna be fine. And of course, if you do want to set this by the second, you can gently tilt the crown backwards and it will halt the second hand. So you can technically hack this watch if you're gentle with it. That's a nice fit as well. I can bring it down by 1 micro adjust if it feels a bit tight, but that feels comfortable. It's not really digging in, although these clasps are not the most comfortable, but we'll see. We'll see. That's probably my only complaint about this watch, except for the fact that it's not a 4R36 and it's just the 7S26, so you're not getting hacking and hand winding, and that is the bracelet. You'd expect a bracelet of this quality with this kind of clasp on a £30 Casio, not a £130 Seiko. But I suppose the bulk of what you're paying for is this nice 37mm case with its display case back, the nice Seiko movement, and of course Seiko do make nice dials and hands, and this one is no exception. So I think even in spite of this bracelet, and it is comfortable, you know, in my brief time wearing it in this video, it is a comfortable bracelet. So yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this watch despite my complaints. Now, I did try to put a solid link Jubilee bracelet on this, but even after removing some of the end links that would attach to the hollow end lugs to narrow the width of them, it was still a bit too wide and it was rubbing up against the case. And so to protect the gold coating on the case, I just put the original bracelet back on there, which is a shame because this Jubilee bracelet does actually look quite nice on here and it fits very comfortably. And of course, here's a nice lume shot, although my camera settings don't do it justice here. Good bit of Seiko Lumi Bright on the dial and hands. So there you go, that's the Seiko 5 SNK366K1. I think this is a very smart looking little watch. I quite enjoy the gold. Just shame about the bracelet being not very good at all. But, you know, everything else is really nice, you know, nice dial, nice hands. Really can't fault Seiko for that. They do make some beautiful dial and hands. And although it's not a 4R36, you know, still a decent workhorse movement. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I'll see you next time. Let's see. Oh, really? Come on. What an underwhelming reveal. Let's try that again, shall we? Shh, just don't even worry about it. This is fine. Just don't look directly at it. Don't look directly at it. I can do this again.